What's going on, guys? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. Um, as always, we have one rule. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. So, all right, let's jump right into it. I apologize. These allergies are kicking my butt this morning, but hey, we're going to get through it. So let's jump right into the market as we had an interesting week on last week. Let's take a look, see what we got. But let's see. Yeah, so let's take a look at the Dow. And man, you see the Dow had a strong Friday, right? The Dow was up 546 points, up 1%. Uh, Apple earnings came out Thursday, seemed to be pretty good. So, Apple is possibly the number one company, right? So you're going to see there, if they come out with some good earnings, you're going to see the pop in the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P, all that. So and the market reacted pretty well. So along with strong jobs report, so all the recession talks, and the market tanking, and I don't know. What do you guys think? So, but yeah, the Dow was up 546 points, up 1.6%. Last week, the Dow was still down 1%. And year to date, the Dow is still up 1% for the year, 538 points. So not bad, but it's still in green for the year. And let's see the S&P. On Friday, up 1%, 75 points, back up over 4,100 after dipping below for a little while. And for the week, the Dow was down almost 1%, down 38 points a year to date. You see the S&P is still up 8% year to date, 300 points year to date. So the S&P is still sitting strong for the year. And then we go over to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up 2% on Friday, 269 points, well up over the 12,000 mark now after a strong day. And over the past week, see it was pretty flat, up 15. But year to date, you see the NASDAQ is sitting strong, up 17%, 1,800 points for the year. So I keep saying that, that the NASDAQ took a pretty big hit 2022. So you see some of those gains coming back. But let's just say if you started investing when the NASDAQ was down, in 2022, you're going to have some big returns, right? If you're invested in that NASDAQ since last year when it kind of, bottomed a little bit after the recent surge over the years. So it's all about buying low, selling high. So if you start investing at the end of 2022 to now, you're going to see a big increase or big spike in your portfolio as you see that the Dow is up. The NASDAQ is up 17% for the year. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's a little update on the markets. And let's see here. Man, these allergies, man, just killing me today. Just killing me. But hey, it's all good. It is all good. So yeah, we gave a brief recap of the markets, and as you see, still sitting pretty good for the year. So not too concerned, despite all the recession talks. You see for yourself. So, but yeah. So look, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger. If you don't know these guys, they're probably two of the top investors in the world. And they had some interesting remarks about artificial intelligence, right? Which I think is the future. But I want to pull up this article from Yahoo Finance and give you guys their thoughts on this artificial intelligence. So give me 1 second here. Oh, it's killing me. Boom. Let's see. Charlie Munger on AI. He says he thinks old-fashioned intelligence still works pretty well. And let's see here. Let's just read a little bit of this article you see just published. Um, and it says legendary investors Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger aren't fully sold on artificial intelligence. And while AI has become a major buzzword in the first quarter earnings, a catalyst for a tech rally to start 2023, Buffett 92, Charlie Munger 99 argue it might be not as revolutionary as some are making it out to be. Man, two of your top investors are 92 and 99 years old, still active in what's going on today. So, man, that's crazy. And Charlie Munger says, I'm personally skeptical of some of the hype that has gone into artificial intelligence. And this was stated at the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting. And he says, I think old-fashioned intelligence works pretty well. Now, this is coming from somebody who's 99 years old telling you that he thinks old-fashioned intelligence works pretty well. And when you're one of the top investors, I mean, your opinion is definitely it matters, right? If you're Charlie Munger or you Warren Buffett, it definitely matters. So, that's their take on it. But this is an interesting article. I suggest you guys read on Yahoo Finance. Just a little bit more. AI has taken center stage on Wall Street since OpenAI launched the latest version of ChatGPT in late November. Since then, tech companies have grown increasingly interested in AI as ChatGPT became the fastest growing app on record. And stocks such as Microsoft, Nvidia, and C3.ai have skyrocketed. So if you guys are looking to invest in, companies related to AI, Microsoft, man, they went crazy this past week after their earnings. Nvidia has had an outstanding year. And you see that symbol AI here. So, yeah, man, when you guys get a chance, definitely check out that article. This article, it was a pretty good read. And it gives you insight on what Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett personally think on, this new artificial intelligence. Oh, excuse me. Man, start going out of this, but hey, it's all good. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting read. You guys check that out. I think you would enjoy. I think you would enjoy. I think you would enjoy their intake on how they feel about artificial intelligence. So definitely a pretty good read on that article. So yeah, so I want to take just a quick second. We did have some recent additions to the portfolio this week. So I just wanted to briefly look at some stocks that we added to the portfolio here. And we started off with boom, QQM, which is an ETF. If you're familiar with QQQ, QQM is basically the same thing, but just not as costly, right? And I've owned this stock, this ETF before and sold, but I wanted to get it back in the portfolio. And the QQQM strongly favors the Nasdaq, and I just told you or showed you how well the Nasdaq is doing this year. So QQQM, I felt like I probably should have added it back earlier, but it's something that I wanted back into the portfolio. And as you see, their top holdings: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Meta, which is Facebook, Tesla. So man, a lot of your top companies are holdings in this ETF. So I wanted to add this back into the portfolio. Now I also own some of these single stocks as well. Some people don't like to own single stocks and ETFs of the same thing, which that's fine. You don't have no issue with that. But I did want to get this back into the portfolio. And just briefly here, another fund that I've had on my ETF that I've had on my watch list for quite some time is DGROW, iShares Core Dividend ETF DGROW. I wanted to add this to the portfolio, so I started a small position, and we're going to grow this out over time. Let's see some of the top holdings. As you see again, Microsoft, Apple, Exxon, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, Chevron, Abbey, Procter & Gamble. So, of course, it pays a dividend. I think DGROW pays a quarterly dividend. So, something I wanted to get back into the portfolio. And another one here is VC Properties. And excuse me 1 second. It's got to blow for nose here. Whew. So VC Properties, right? Man, these allergies just won't let up this morning. I took a little allergy pill, so I'm just waiting on that to kick in. Sometimes when it kicks in, it kind of drains you. So I think that's what I'm experiencing right now. It's a little drainage. But yeah, VC Properties trading at 32.81. And some REIT, right? So you can go to the company's website and kind of see what they're invested. The REITs are real estate investment trusts. So VC is one that I've been kind of watching for a while, and I wanted to add to the portfolio. It pays I believe it's a quarterly dividend, but let's take a look here. If you want to look, go to Yahoo Finance historical data. And here, you see a dividend just paid out in March, 0.39, 39 cents per share. Yep. So last one before that was in December, so that lets me know it's a quarterly dividend. Pretty consistent with the price of what it's paying out. Not mad at that at all. Yep. So more passive income. So we're going to build this up over time. We're going to get those monthly, quarterly dividends and reinvest, and we're going to keep growing this out over time. So that's QQQM, DGROW, VC, VICI Properties. And the last one is AMD, which is, I had AMD for a while, and I sold to buy some more dividend income. But I did want to get AMD back into the fold long term. I talked about NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is the top micro or semiconductor, but I think AMD is right behind it. So ticker symbol AMD. As you see here, people also watch NVIDIA and some others, Intel. You see some that are similar to AMD, NVIDIA, Qualcomm, Intel, TSM, on. But I wanted to get AMD back into the portfolio. So those were my 4 additions to my portfolio this week. QQQM, DGROW, VC, and AMD. So those are now back in the portfolio. And, just like my other funds, we're going to dollar cost average, keep investing, watch it grow over time. For the ones that pay dividends, we more than likely going to reinvest those dividends to keep building our shares. So yeah, that's where we at. So I think it was a great week to add to the portfolio. The market was pretty down for the week up until Friday, where you saw a big increase, due to some earnings and due to some job reports that came out pretty strong. So you saw the market react positively on Friday. So all right, let's get to the challenge, man. We on week 18. Man, this is crazy. Week 18 of the challenge. Man, this time is flying, man. Time is flying. And let's see here. Let's get right into the SCHD VOO challenge. Week 18, $18 into SCHD. $18 into VOO, total of $36 for the week. And so far this year, just from our investing challenge, right? we're up to $342 invested into this challenge. And I mentioned before, by the end of the year, I think it's going to be over $1,300 um, per fund here. So it's going to be $1,300 in the SCHD, $1,300 in the VOO. Once we go all the way to week 52 in this investment challenge, but we just completed week 18. Very simple: $18 in the SCHD, $18 in the VOO, $36. Next week we'll do week 19, and we're just going to keep grinding all the way through the end of the year. So that's $342 invested for the year. So yeah, man, that's our investment challenge for SCHD and VOO. And now when we go to JEPI and JEPQ, this is a simple $5 a week challenge, and we did make our $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ, $10 a week, of course. And so far this year, it is a challenge. We've invested $160 into this challenge. And first week here we didn't invest in JEPI. First 3 weeks we didn't invest in JEPQ. But overall, we are up to $160 overall in this challenge. And we just received our monthly dividends from JEPI and JEPQ as they pay monthly dividends. So every month we get those dividends, and right now we're reinvesting, but over time, we want to use those dividends to buy other shares. But right now, I just want to build this up for the next year or two, keep reinvesting those dividends to build our shares. I'm not sure what's the goal, maybe 100 shares of each. I'm not sure just yet. But we're going to keep building it out, keep buying assets, keep generating that passive income, keep reinvesting those dividends, and you're going to see these portfolios take off. So, but yeah, that's the recap. Week 18, $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ, total of $10. Total invested for the challenge, $160. So that's where we are at for the year on our investing challenges. We added to the portfolio this week. Market is looking pretty healthy, and we're going to see how everything looks next week. Next week in regards to the market. So we're still in the middle of earnings season, so we'll see what earnings may jump off next week. But that's it, man. Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate you guys. We have one rule. We are, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. And that's it. I will talk to you guys later.